So, oh yeah, back to my stupid hooliganism of driving a bike back from the dealership, kind of far, like 50 miles, when I had only ever done the MSF course. So yeah, you know, not the best idea, but I made it safe. I didn't do anything wrong. I you know, mentally took it extra easy. I was like, do not drop this bike. If you drop it on the way home from the dealership, right, that sucks. You just paid for it, or the bank did, but you know, you're on the hook for it. And you're probably never going to ride again because you're going to say, well, that was the first day and I dumped it, so what's going to happen on, you know, day 14? Probably just going to die. Clearly isn't cut out for me. So I was like super stressed and concerned about not dumping it, not going squirrely, not cutting anyone off, doing anything weird like that. So rode it super safe on the way home. It was fine. It was beautiful. I saw a million other bikers. Totally fanboyed out and did like a ton of biker waves because it's something I always wanted to do. It's the little things, right? Always saw people doing biker waves and I was like, hey, I want to do one of those one day. And then I could probably die a happy man, right? Cross that off my bucket list and you're good to go. So I was biker waving the whole way home. It was awesome. Everyone else brought their bike out because, you know, it was the first nice day of spring. Everyone was itching. If you don't like ski or snowboard and you live in the tri-state area, the winter's just depressing, right? You can't really do anything you want to do unless you like to ski or snowboard. Then you go up to Vermont, you go up to Whiteface, Lake Placid, all those nice places, and you ski and snowboard as many times as you can until it's sunny again and you can do all your summer activities like go to the beach, ride motorcycles, drive cars, and just hang out outside. Drink beer at beer gardens outside. The usual stuff. So, rode it home. Yeah, biker waving all over the place. And it was great. I parked it. For the night, I visited some family to break up the journey because I had to ride a decent amount. And then I got it home the next day. And that also went well. Not as well as like I ride now, and I'm only really 2-3 months in, still learning a lot. You'll notice my shifts suck ass. They're super slow, but I've at least gotten them to the point where they're smooth, so it's a slow but smooth shift. Watch me say that and then fucking stall the thing at this next light or something like that. So still working out the kinks, but having a great time. Getting a bike, honestly, if you like it and you know you have the money, go for it, give it a shot, be respectful about it. Don't be, you know, don't try and learn wheelies on the third day because you're like, oh, I got upshifts and downshifts, so cross those two off the list. Next up, wheelie time. Be respectful about it, but it's so much fun, right? It's a great way to get outside. I always love driving and, you know, exploring new places, finding like windy roads or cool roads that go through trees or by mountains and creeks and falls. There's a lot of cool places to do that upstate New York, and it's really not that long of a drive from, you know, northern Jersey to, or New York City, any of the boroughs, to upstate. Just hop on one of the main sort of parkways. You don't even need to get on an interstate. You can get on the Taconic. You can get on 9W. This is, I think, River Road now. We're kind of going through like we're running parallel to the Hudson River basically right now on the Jersey side. And I don't know, it's 7:30. I'm probably going to turn back soon because we're losing daylight here, and I'm losing SD card space, and I want to edit this video, get it up, make sure I actually have audio. I think I do though. But yeah, so basically if you continue on this road, it's going to come to an end. You make a left. I'll shoot another video another day. I'll try and pick up where this one leaves off from a geographic standpoint. And I'll continue up and show you sort of that road. So that's one thing I want to do on this channel. I want to show the roads that I know. I have a good list of like 15 to 20 that I've driven on or have seen people drive or ride on and are on my list of places I want to see. And I want to kind of make a map, right? So use like Google Maps to show exactly the route. And I think there's ways that you can actually like make an exportable route to where I can just upload a file onto like maybe a Wix website that I make, and you can download it into your GPS if you ride with a GPS, or you can just take a look at it before you go and see like, oh, okay, that's sort of the route, that's how you get there, and based on the video you'll know what it looks like. And hello, all right, so you can just not go. Don't worry, he's got a chrome bumper for me to hit, nice and soft. So yeah, that's sort of my vision, right? I went over how I got this bike. yeah, the sort of direction, if I do decide to keep vlogging, would be to show the nice roads, help you get there, right? Show you exactly where they are, because a lot of times I'll watch, like, I'm a huge fan of watching motor vloggers, by the way, so this is kind of how I got on this sort of idea to do it myself. But you have to kind of watch where people are and read like road signs to figure out where the hell they are if they're motor vloggers in your area. So for, like, you know, if you watch the guys in London, there's a bunch of people who motor vlog in London, and if you live in the US, it doesn't really matter which roads they're riding on, right? Unless you visit there and you have a bike. But, like, I like to watch motor vloggers both international and in the US, and specifically in the tri-state area, because I like to find, like, new roads and just watch. It's kind of cool seeing places you've been and watching other people ride there. I don't know, it's just like something intrinsically satisfying. So, but when, you know, one of the shortcomings of that is I noticed that you kind of have to slow down the video, look for a street sign, look for something familiar, and figure out where they are, and then kind of cross-reference in Google Maps and say, like, okay, that looks like a sick road. That's kind of where I think it is. Let me see if I can get there and ride it myself. So I want to make sure that my videos sort of cover that shortcoming. So how you do get to these areas, and I want to make it easy, and I want to make it sort of like an open forum. If you guys have nice roads that you know about that I haven't hit, share them. And if you're not quite to the point where you can ride yet, right? So I used to watch motovlogs because I didn't have a bike. I didn't even have a license when I started watching these. So it was my sort of way of feeling like I was on a bike. I know that sounds silly, but feeling like I was riding in the places I knew I would eventually want to ride when I had a license and when I had a bike. And that was a long time ago, but it just shows like how entertained I was by this stuff, that I still watch motovlogs today. If you're not at the point where you can ride, but you know of a really cool road and it's in like the tri-state area, let me know, and I'll ride there and take a video of it, and then that'll be sort of your proxy for riding on that road until you can get a bike. All right, I'll do you that favor out of the kindness of my heart, because that's sort of that's just where I'm coming from. Maybe I'm the only one who feels that way, but that's where I was coming from when I started watching motovlogs. It was my proxy or ability to ride before I could ride. Just being able to see sort of the controls. That's how honestly, that's how I learned everything I knew about a motorcycle before I actually sat on one. So like actual shifting, braking, clutch zone, not stalling, all that stuff was just watching motovlogs and some instructional videos, but really just sort of watching what people were doing in real time and then mimicking it in my head, and then eventually in practice. So that's one cool thing that I think motovlogging sort of a place that it sits is like the God, there's a word for it that I just cannot think of. Like surrogate riding? No, that's not the word. Even though I think there was a movie called Surrogates where people were like taking over androids. Not taking over androids, but they're living vicariously. Oh, maybe that's it. Living vicariously through a motovlogger until you can actually do it. I think that did work. My crazy brain got me there through talking to myself. So yeah, that's why I like motovlogging. That's why I wanted to give it a shot, to share sort of roads that I like, to share my love for motorcycles and motor vehicles. Kind of one reason I chose the name Mountain Man Motors for the channel was because I don't know if this is going to morph into cars one day, right? So I'm definitely going to get a car, going to get another car eventually, because I love driving. I put like 25,000 miles a year on my last car. It was a lease, so I kind of had to let it sit for a while before I gave it back, so I didn't have to pay like $4,000 in extra fees. But yeah, that just shows you kind of where I'm at with like my love for driving on roads and exploring. It's kind of my escape, right? Everyone's got that thing that they like to do, and it's not for anyone else. It just makes you happy. So you do it because you like it. And so like driving, riding, that's sort of my thing that I like to do. So eventually I think I'll get a car. I'll expand the channel to that. So that's why I named it Mountain Man Motors. Mountain Man, just a stupid nickname I got like a long time ago, and because it's stupid, it's stuck, because that's how things work, right? No one gets a nickname that they love. I actually have a new nickname that also stuck that I'm not going to tell you, because, you know, there's no fun in that, being an open book. But yeah, so Mountain Man, nickname, motors, just my love for machines and motor vehicles. And we're going to see where it goes. I think this one's going well so far. I haven't killed myself by paying more attention to the vlog than the road. We are just about at the bottom of 9W. So you know what? I'm going to take you the whole way. Sorry that we're not going to get to the cool parts. I just really don't want to ride late into the night or into the dark. Because when I'm coming home, everyone's super drunk around this area. And because it's a Friday. No judgment. But yeah, I don't want to be coming back late at night into that. Because like I said, I'm a newer rider. I want to be respectful of my bike so I can ride a long time. So I want to kind of get back. Yeah, sun's kind of low in the sky. I want to kind of get back at a reasonable time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the end of River Road, right where 9W starts. I'll turn around. I'll probably end the video there so I could just kind of space out. And then I'll make another video probably tomorrow. I don't know if it'll upload a day apart. Hopefully I can upload this tonight and then give you another video and upload it tomorrow, but we'll see how much editing needs to be done and if my computer can handle it. But we'll start then from the bottom of 9W up to a fun point to stop, and we'll go from there. And I'll sort of do that sort of introductory finding routes for you guys. It's going to take a while before people even see these videos. I'm going to try and like Uber, not clickbait, but like Uber tag the videos to like New York City, New Jersey, MT07, so that people searching for those hot searches end up getting to my videos. But that's going to take time, right? It's like Instagram, it's getting followers, it takes a while. This is also right now a good test. I'm going 42 miles an hour in a 40. Good test of wind noise. I have like the fuzzy wind noise thing, as I said earlier, the tasty one that's in my mouth. Interested to see if it cuts out the wind noise like I think it's going to. We'll find out when I edit this later. If it's unbearable, I won't even put it in the video, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then we'll all be happy that the audio is good and the video is good. Alright, so here's the end of the road. I'm trying to think about how I want to go about this. Yeah, I guess I could loop back around. So I'm going to downshift here. And so this is the end of River Road. So if you're coming from anywhere on the east coast of Jersey, northeast coast. Wow, that's a bad way of doing it. Check my mirrors, make sure that Porsche doesn't rear end me. There we go. Didn't use my blinker though, so loss of points. This is the end of River Road. If you make a right here, that takes you into 9W. I don't think it's exactly 9W just yet. No, it is. Look, the sign says 9W. This is the start of it. So this is where we'll pick up the next video. Let's turn my blinker on this time. I also have, the fucking gloves are too short for my thumbs, so it's like impossible for me to hit the horn or the blinkers. Luckily though, those are not important at all, and you never use the horn or blinkers on a motorcycle, so, you know, I guess the gloves are fine. Next time I take this camera out, as long as everything worked properly and I don't get super frustrated and throw it through the wall, I will do another video the next time I ride. It will be at the bottom of 9W. You can look for that sort of red building there. And that's sort of where it gets cooler. That's where it gets windier, gets more quiet. There's a lot of people around here. As you saw, I was in like stop and go traffic the whole time. Sorry that that's not that fun to watch. Bear with me as I sort of get this channel up and running. Let's hope this guy doesn't fucking barrel into me. We're gonna lean. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to take this down. I can actually make lefts down these roads, which I'm going to do. But not at this one. I'm going to go a little further. Thanks for riding with me.